don't you look at me? I've tried to be as open as I can. Why don't you look at me? I'm tired of being the invisible man. The invisible man. Oh, the invisible man.
Well, hello everyone and welcome to another edition of The Invisible Man. My name is Mark David Stallard, and first with me is my host and very good friend Ryan Jans. How you doing, Ryan?
I'm doing good. Welcome everybody. Just a little bit of wibbly wobbly, timey wimey stuff there that kind of pushed us off schedule, but rest assured we're back, ready to go, and no angels to turn us to stone or to transport us to different areas. So
yes,
no angel, I promise. And as always, no masks required. Yeah, there we go. We enlisted the help of a man with red shoes. So
yes,
there we go.
So thank you for joining us. Please, if you would really help us, if you could like the stream on whichever platform you're watching on. If you can share it as well. Obviously, the more people we get here, the more comments we get, the more questions for our guest. That would be great. So please, we do read all of the questions. So please join in. Looks like we have a few people already. So Shalim and Chris have joined us, or at least active in the chat. We're looking forward to what questions you guys may have. So. For those of you who are not sure about the Invisible Man show, just stumbled across us, you can find out everything you need to know on theinvisibleman.ca. We are live on Facebook and YouTube and Periscope, at least for a few more weeks until they shut Periscope down. So thank you very much. Well, without further ado, let's bring our guest on. So our guest today is Steve Mercy. He has established himself as an accomplished and original solo artist with performances at Rock and Blues Festival and various UK tours. He has shared the stage with Quireboys, LA Guns, Tigertailz, Love Hate, Levelers, Ricky Warwick, and Damon Johnson of Thin Lizzy fame, among many, many others. But his biggest claim to fame is that in 2020, Steve joined Adam The Hellcats as rhythm guitarist. So here he is. Steve Mercy, how are you doing?
Hello, that sounded suspiciously like my Facebook biography there.
Yes, I don't write these myself.
But we've covered Doctor Who in Ryan's intro, and pre-show we were discussing Star Trek. This is good. This is going to be a geek fest.
Yep.
Yeah,
indeed.
Yeah.
So you can't see it on my screen right now, but I do have some Daleks on the shelf behind me, and I've got a picture of Doctor Who, of a John Pertwee, a signed picture of John Pertwee on the wall beside me. So yeah, we love it.
So can we deduce from that Pertwee is your doctor?
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Just in case you were wondering, am I lying or not? There we go. Woo!
You see, mine was Tom Baker until David Tennant happened.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Baker was mine because I was a kid and we used to get reruns of BBC shows on a kids show called, or a kids theme channel or young adult channel, YTV, and they showed a bunch of like stuff from Tom Baker. So that's the one that I grew up sort of watching. But as I've searched my memory even further back, I remember being about 6, and probably on the same channel they had a bunch of old, probably Pertwee. It was still black and white. So was Pertwee still in black and white, or did he actually make it into color?
He was the first color.
Over. I think he was black and white to start with.
No, he was actually color. He was color from the very beginning. Spearhead from Space was his first episode, but it was broadcast in black and white because most people didn't have color.
Okay.
No.
I don't know which doctor it was, but they had an episode with the Daleks on it, and they just scared me. I was like 6, and it just terrified me. But I remember it being in black and white and just absolutely frightened me, and I couldn't watch the show until I was like 9 or 10 or whatever, right? So anyways,
well, if you're still scared of them, I got a joke that kind of humanizes them. It was a Jasper Carrot back in the day, decades ago. It was a one-liner, well, we all make mistakes, said the Dalek climbing off the dustbin. Yes, a classic. There we are.
Is Jasper Carrot known in Canada?
Well, I don't know, but I remember him from.
Is the legend that he's Jasper? Has he travelled that far?
Well, he has with me, but I haven't heard anything about him in the 30 years I've been here. So.
Do Canadians know how to get rid of a mole?
How do you get rid of a mole? Usually it's
Only one way to get rid of a mole. Answers in the comments, win a CD.
Oh, there we go.
There you go.
There's a lot of that.
Comments. We might as well give quick shouts out. We've said hello to Shaleem and Chris, but we also have Steve Lloyd, who's also saying hello to Steve. I'm guessing Steve. Merci, our guest here. And then we've got Doug. I'm going to say Byrne, or if you want, I can say it in one of my terrible, atrocious impersonations and accents. Say Doug Byrne. And Shaleem also commented, I thought Steve looked familiar. A new Hellcat. Yes, Steve is the newest Hellcat.
Okay,
right?
and
actually, I'm not.
You're not.
Until
Okay,
a few weeks ago, I was. But now we have Jazz, our new bassist. So I'm no longer the new Hellcat.
Oh,
well, there you go.
Well, you ruined my next question. I'm going to ask a few anyway. Maybe I can rephrase it slightly.
We can modify it.
So you have
Sorry,
quite the resume.
Hi, Steve. Hi, Doug.
So you have quite the resume, having worked with dozens of the big names, as we mentioned earlier. So why then, I'm going to try and rephrase this. So why did you lower yourself to play with Adam and the Hellcats?
I have to be really diplomatic here.
I haven't noticed Adam in the audience yet, so it's okay. Be honest.
Since I moved, most of the time I was playing in bands, I was living in the Midlands, and then I moved down to the West Country in Bristol, which in Canadian terms it's only sort of like it's less than a 2-hour drive. So
next time.
I have no excuse to not play in bands in the Midlands, really. But all I was really doing living in Bristol was playing solo acoustic shows. And Adam called me up. I'd actually congratulated Adam on doing the support with announcing the support with the Wild Hearts and Soteria. And then he called me up and says, actually, we need a guitar player. Do you fancy it? I thought, yeah, why not? I'm a musical whore. I will jump into projects. My fiance refers to me as Mr. Drop of a Hat. So like, Steve, do you fancy being in this band? Have you got time to do it? No. Will you do it anyway? Yeah. Okay.
As long as she's only describing your musical flip-flopping, then I guess that's fine. You don't want to be known about that for anything else, right?
Yeah, just musical whore, okay. Not whore, just musical whore.
Okay. Glad we cleared that up. And according to Shaleem, Mark, you're a cheeky monkey.
Yeah, that's one word for it.
Lower himself.
If only Adam could voice his opinion there, he'd probably have something to say to put me in my place.
Yeah. I'm sure Mr. Feezy would have something, but then I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. I guess we'll just have to see if Mr. Feezy will join us in the comments.
He's possibly set up a fake profile. He's watching under a different name.
Yeah.
So if we start getting some guff, then
he's kind of sneaky that way, I guess.
He should be here actually, because the amount of times I get linked, like Adam has added you in a Welcome to the Madhouse video again. So he should be here watching actually.
Well, I wonder if we can tempt him in. Can we tempt Adam in?
Adam.
Is he there? Can he?
Adam.
No. Maybe he's on the toilet.
Is there some thing?
Oh, he was there all the time. Oh no!
Come on.
We invoked Adam. Oh no, we got the spell wrong. His beard never arrived.
Hello, mate.
So what happened to Adam? What is that 12-year-old Adam I see there?
That's Adam's sister.
Oh, come on, man.
man. But yeah, no. Straight up, this guy, one of the best additions to Adam the Hellcats there's ever been. In like, I mean, don't get me wrong. What a punch him for half the stuff he says, but. But no, have you told him the story yet?
You should have been watching. I'm not telling you.
Yeah, you should have been listening.
Well, he doesn't have an excuse for not knowing because he's been here the whole time. That's why I've been teasing him about his beard.
Come out the room a minute, man. Come on.
I can only imagine how much he was cursing at the walls because they were teasing.
I've been laying into
you a lot, mate. I'm swearing at you a lot.
We've been laying into Adam the whole time, knowing he couldn't say anything. It was fun. I enjoyed it terribly.
It's been wonderful. It's been wonderful. So, Adam, here's the deal. Next time I shave and trim up the beard, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna mail it to you, and you can affix it to your face, however you
yeah, man. I need a tune-up round here, you know. But no, it was a fun session filming some songs for Steve for tonight, so I thought I should drop in.
Indeed.
Well, given that we ended up filming one of yours.
I thought hey, it's a new project, man. Like,
this is brilliant. I can honestly say this is the best recovery we've ever had on a show that just went totally sideways.
Yes. Oh, it's fun. It's fun.
Hello, Doug. Seeing you in the comments, man.
I can't see the comments.
Well, are you on your phone doing this, or?
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
Like, I'm on my computer, so I've got my phone in front of me as well.
Oh, here we go.
Oh.
So Shalim's actually answered your how to get rid of a mole. Blow its bloody head off.
Yes.
Oh, Shalim.
Find the website, the Steve Mercy Facebook, PM me an address, and you've won a CD.
There we go. There we go.
Boy.
And Shalim also says, there she is, Adam's sister.
You better be careful. It might be Adam who has to mail it out. You might, he'll pick the lowest on the Royal Mail to get it over there for you.
Shalim.
One of my CDs. I mean, not one of the Hellcats.
Yes, right. Yeah, don't want the Hellcats.
I'm not randomly giving away.
No, I'll be completely honest with you, because Shalim showed us a lot of support from over in the States. Me and Dad did actually mail him one.
Woohoo! Right
to
on.
Canada. Shalim's in Canada.
Shalim's already got one coming. Rest of you can wait.
Yes.
And Shalim, I'll send you one of my CDs as well if you PM me address, and then you have 2 beer mats. Steve Mercy one and a half.
That's right. That's right.
So, I've got a question. I've got a question, Mike Gibbo. What if there was that one artist that made you pick up a guitar in the first place? It's like, because I don't even think I've ever asked you this. I might have done, but my memory's crap. But one artist that made you want to pick up a guitar, if you had to name one, who is it?
Steve Harris.
Whoa! Didn't even have to think about it.
Straight. Yeah.
Well, that's because when it was like 1983 that Live After Death came out. So
right.
when my parents were out, I would put the Live After Death VHS on, full volume, and I would open the patio doors, and our back garden went sort of along a bit and then up a hill, and I would put Live After Death on, so you got the Winston Churchill intro, and then the intro for Ace is High, and then it kicks in. And I would run up the back garden with my sister's tennis racket, pretending it was Steve Harris bass. So it was Steve Harris. And then in 2007, that was 1983. So I was like 10, 11 years old. And then in 2017, I played at Rock and Blues Festival with Steve Harris. So that was complete meltdown hero worship moment.
Full circle. Nice.
Did you get to meet him?
Yeah.
Fair.
And I've been fortunate that I've met a lot of my idols, and I've waited for this my whole life. Because the Rock and Blues Festival is it's run by a motorcycle club. So you've got all these tattooed hairy bikers running around the place. So it's around 10 o'clock in the morning. I am actually sat on one of the plastic festival toilets, and I hear this like bass rumble, and I thought, there's only one bass that sounds like that. That's Harris. That's Steve Harris. So I ran back to my tent.
Well, see, he played the brown notes,
Put
did
an
he?
Iron Maiden t-shirt on, ran back in, and I'm sort of like stood there on my own watching Steve Harris do a sound check, and it was an almost we're not worthy kind of
We're not worthy.
And
So
then security
it sounds
came
like-
and took you out of the tent because you forgot to put your pants on, right?
No, I'd got my pass on, so I sort of went to the backstage area and sort of casually stood around having a cigarette as if to, it's Steve Harris, hello mate, didn't know you were here, kind of thing. But as regards meeting idols, I have to say it was probably the most underwhelming experience of my life. Because I know he's probably heard it a million times where he said, oh man, you were the reason that I started playing bass, you were the reason, and he was sort of, yeah, right. Got to get a picture with you. Yeah. So it's
I
like,
changed the record, mate.
Yeah, you've had your photo. I can look back on the photo now, but at the time I was just like, oh no, I want to sit down. I want to have a beer with you. I want to discuss my entire life. And he was just, yeah. Right. I didn't say that to him. I hasten to add, that was it in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean,
But yeah, sorry, that went off on a tangent. But yeah, the short answer is Steve Harris.
well, I mean, who wouldn't idolize Steve Harris? That guy's bass tone is absolute thunder.
Well, because he played the day after me, my name was above him on the t-shirt. Yeah.
Oh, I guess that's
So when I saw that, I was like, sort your life out, Harris.
Yeah. There's the wrong surname by that Steve up the top of the t-shirt.
Yeah, the one in the massive right there. There's me. You need a magnifying glass to see where it says Steve Mercy, but.
Love it.
And in answer to your other question, Adam, sorry, I haven't told them the story. I've told them how I ended up joining the band, where you messaged me after I'd congratulated you on the Wild Hearts, but I haven't actually told them how the story began.
Yeah. Go on, you do it.
Well, do you want to tell it? Because you always you embellish it better than I do.
Well, no, basically, what's happened, right, is we're both huge Wild Hearts fans. The Renaissance Men album had just dropped. Fantastic album. Go buy it. Christ, that's one of the best rock albums since 2000. Now, all through that tour, the Wild Hearts were doing signings at various HMV stores. For you Canadian types, it's a big record store chain over here.
Well, we have HMV, or had HMV. It's something else now, but we had HMV.
Oh, fair enough.
It used to be big.
No, what happened was HMV Bristol had a distribution problem of some kind. They were meant to get, I think it was like 200 copies of the CD fresh in that day. Correct me if I'm wrong here, Gibbo, but they ended up with about like 10 copies of it. So last minute, the band have basically turned around and said, right, any Wild Hearts stuff you've got, bring it and we'll sign it. They were only originally meant to be signing stuff if you had a copy of Renaissance Men. But obviously, I really wanted a copy of the CD. So I've gone there with my girl, Kenna, and there's like 4 of us in the shop at the time, if I remember rightly. It was just me and Kenna.
It was only us 4, yeah.
And like we hadn't chatted yet or anything, but I've got straight on the phone to Rough Trade Records, another shop that's like a 5-minute jog up.
Well, they had actually sold out of everything. They'd got vinyl, but
Yeah,
no
I didn't
copies of
have the money
CD
for
at all.
vinyl. I didn't have the money for vinyl, but I've got on the phone to Rough Trade, and I'm just they're like, mate, have you got copies of Renaissance Men by the Wild Hearts? Like, if you do, please keep one for me, and I'll be there in 5 minutes. He's like, yeah, we've got 2, and then I get a tap on the shoulder, and it's this guy. I just go, mate, have you found CDs anywhere? I'm like, yeah, come on, mate. And the first conversation proper that we've ever had was jogging down the middle of Bristol. Oh yeah, you like what you've heard in the new album there? And yeah, cool. But yeah, we ran into Rough Trade. I'm absolutely panting by the time I got there. I don't think you were doing much better either, were you?
No.
And yeah, we've legged it back, and thankfully we were 2 of the last people to actually get copies of that on that day. A show was fantastic that night as well, of course. But yeah, it was a madness. It was a total madness.
And then the next time we met up after that was the Wild Hearts was still on like the second leg of that tour, and they were playing in Bath. And I went outside for a cigarette, and Adam was out there.
Yeah.
And he said, and Adam said at the time, he said, I want to organise a gig for a homeless charity, and I want to get the Wild Hearts to play. And then, sure enough, fast forward 12 months or whatever, I saw the announcement that it was Wild Hearts, Soteria, and Adam and the Hellcats. And I think, did I send you a messenger saying nice one on the Wild Hearts support or something like that?
You did. And I basically went, oh shit, he's an experienced guitarist. Cool, I'm belling him right now. I was like, yeah, got a question for you. And the rest is kind of history at this point, really. I mean, he's yet to do a gig with us, unfortunately, because of the old you-know-what, but
I'm taking tablets for that. Oh, COVID. Sorry.
yeah, we don't disclose the other thing here. So
the other you-know-what.
But no, it's been mad, really. He earned the job the first night he auditioned. Everyone was just like, yeah, he's made for this. So yeah, he's absolutely perfect for it. Sorry, I'm blowing too much smoke up your backside. You take over, Gibbo.
Well, I've had to inform. What, on my interview? Yeah, thanks, mate. I have informed them that I'm actually not the newest Hellcat.
This is true.
In fact, if I'm reading this properly, there's a Jazz Lamport who says, "R.I.P." So is that the newest? That's the newest Hellcat there in the comments, Jazz?
Yeah.
All right.
Hi, Jazz.
Hey, Jazz.
And Muttley Rays Woods has joined us. Hello, Muttley.
Woof, Muttley.
Woof, Muttley. Absolute legend.
Oh, the Mole Man is here. Eddie Mole's in here too.
Oh, Eddie.
Man.
Hey, good to be here.
Hey.
We've got almost the whole team here now, right?
There you go, man.
See, there's this strange circle of people that has sort of led to this, because Eddie had done some recording with Adam, and Eddie has been to a couple of my solo acoustic shows, and there's a band. Well, they're from all over the place. There's a how would you describe them? They're sort of like prog goth. A band called the Eden House, which was an offshoot project of Tony Pettit, the bass player from Fields of the Nephilim. And a friend of mine and former bandmate Sally joined as their singer. And Steve Carey, he's the guitarist and producer from a band called NFT. And I ended up being friends with Steve because I should have played a festival. There was a huge festival organised in the UK called Altfest, where it was Marilyn Manson, Gary Newman, I think 9 Inch Nails were booked as well, Cradle of Filth. A lot of bands of that ilk were all booked for this festival, but they're sort of like aimed too far too soon. Marilyn Manson wanted paying like 25 grand in advance or something like that, so the festival all fell apart. But in in the interim of that, a band that I was playing guitar for called 13 Candles were booked on the same stage as the Eden House. So I'd messaged the guitarist to say, can't wait to play a festival with you and we'll have a couple of beers after, sort of thing. And the festival never happened, but we ended up being mates. And then one of the singers of their band, Louise Patricia Crane, was doing a solo album, and very kindly asked if I would play bass on a couple of the songs, which then it transpired that we got Ian Anderson from Jethro Tull playing flute on one of the songs, and Jacko from King Crimson doing backing vocals and guitar on some of the songs. So I just thought, wow, who's going to turn that down? And Scott Reeder from Caius as well playing bass on there. And they wanted me to play fretless bass on one of the songs, which I hadn't got a fretless bass. And the guitarist says, I've found a fretless bass for sale. It's down by you somewhere. If I'll PayPal the guy, if you don't mind going and pick it up. No problem at all. So I sailed around there to pick up this fretless bass. Who is it? It's Eddie Mole. Buying this fretless bass from. So yeah, then bought the bass off Eddie, and that made its way to Cambridge. And he's the first thing it did when we got it was played with Ian Anderson from Jethro Tull. So
nice. I mean, you started out as a bassist, really, but I mean, were you a bit kind of weirded out when I asked you to play guitar? Like, because obviously a lot of the stuff you've done band-wise has been on bass.
Yeah, I've played guitar in bands before, but I don't consider myself a guitarist. I consider myself a bass player that messes about on guitar. It's only through doing It's only the solo acoustic shows out of necessity because everyone in my band was going off and having kids. I started doing solo acoustic gigs.
Well, you mess about on a guitar, all right, mate.
Well, cheers, dude.
Yeah, you're all right, eh?
Well, I think now is as good a time as any because I'm going to have to bow out right away just because of the way my afternoon doesn't line up very nice for this. But Adam has graciously decided to fill in for me. So the first song we've got queued up here, we said was going to be Beautiful, right? Is what we had agreed. Okay, so anyway, Steve, it was great to meet you. Adam, thanks for jumping in.
You too, man.
And dude, you know, I'm just kidding. It's just so everybody knows. All throughout the prep time, Adam had been sitting here listening. Steve didn't know. So Adam listened to everything, and throughout the whole thing, I've been nothing but mercilessly teasing him, knowing that he can't respond about his beard. Because the last time I saw it, he had this really big, like right down to here, kind of shaggy thing. Like I was expecting a little bird to stick its beak out, you know, kind of thing. Like really impressive.
Hey,
and the next time I see him,
there still might be one in there, bro.
So next time I see him,
no, I just transferred the bird into Gibbo's ear.
Oh, there you go. Hey, I'm not gonna comment on his hair because if there's anything I wish I could have is hair like Mr. Steve there. Like, oh my goodness.
The rumors say you have luscious long hair.
Me when he head bangs, mate. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, the rumors say, Ryan, that you have luscious hair, just not on your head. Just by rumor. I don't know.
It's all. You know, I hit about 26, and it all started migrating. It started like, we don't like it up here. It all just started migrating south.
South for the winter, mate.
And never returned. And never once returned. And there we go. Here we got some J.J. Abrams, like...
Oh, lens flare. Oh.
Some lens flare. So, anyways, without further ado, I'm going to knock off when the song starts. Great to see you, Steve. Nice to meet you.
You
again,
too, man.
Adam
Take care.
and Mark. Wonderful to see you guys. Have a great rest of the show.
Take care, my bro.
Okay, so Beautiful. Here we go.
my left, it's empty tonight. A spot to my left where she'd stand in the lights, and she'd play like a dream, shine like the stars, smile like an angel with peace and with love in her heart. Love in her heart. She was too young to be taken away. We sat by her side and we prayed that she'd stay. Some people are born to bring light to this world, only burns for a while, but the memory is forever beautiful. Forever beautiful. There's space on the ground where she'll never stand, a lonely guitar that won't be in her hand. There's a voice in my head saying this can't be real. There's a pain in my heart I know I'll always feel. There are words left unwritten, there are songs left unsung, there are years left unlived, and you know that it's wrong. But the gifts that she left in each of our hearts will mean that she'll never be gone. She'll be forever beautiful. Forever beautiful. Forever beautiful. Forever beautiful. There's a spot to my left, it's empty tonight. There's a spot to my left where she'd stand in the lights.
There we go. Thanks, sir. That was great.
That really is a beautiful tune, Steve. Honestly, mate.
Cheers, man. Thank you.
Yeah. Right. Just so the people know, what record's that on?
That's on the Sketches album. That's the only album I've done for the solo material. That was written about when I first started doing acoustic gigs. I was doing them on my own, and then I bumped into an old friend from a band from years back, Maria, and she started doing acoustic gigs with me, and ended up joining a band I was doing. Well, two bands I was doing at the time, and then unfortunately, really quickly. It's sort of like in the space of a few weeks, we lost Maria to cancer. We were doing a gig, got to the gig, and she got stomach pains. And I said, look, if you need to pull the gig, we pull the gig. It's that simple. You know, if you're not well, you're not well. And she insisted, no, I'll be okay. I just need to sit down to do the gig. I can't stand it. I'll just sit down and do the gig. Did the gig. That was on the Friday night, I think. By the Monday, she was, I think, a partner called the ambulance, and she was rushed into hospital. And it was within 3 or 4 weeks that she'd gone. So the song "Beautiful" was written about Maria.
That is it's a awesome song, man. It was a pleasure to edit the video. To be honest, it was my first time really doing like a multi-camera edit on a performance video, and I think we managed to get some good angles in there. To be honest, mate. Yeah,
cheers, dude. Appreciate that.
No, it's cool.
The version of that on the Sketches album, as I previously mentioned, Steve Carey from the Eden House and a band called NFD, which it's quite bizarre because I own everything that they've released. and he actually offered to record and produce that song. So on the album version, the studio version, he actually does a really, really nice guitar solo on there, which does sound gorgeous on there. But
Nice.
but yeah, that's on the solo album, Sketches.
Okay, there's
That's cool.
There's a couple of comments. Let's get the comments here. Doug Byrne says, love this song. Chris Lady says, lovely. Muttley, while you were singing there, lighters are peeps. And
Lighters out.
or lighters out. There we go. Okay, yep, that would make more sense. Schleem says, clap, clap, clap. And Muttley says, woofles. That's Muttley hugs. So lots of woofles.
What? There's another Muttley? Did you say?
No.
Oh,
Woofles
I was going to
means
say
Muttley
one's
hugs, I
enough.
guess.
One is quite enough. So I mean, how long did Sketches take to write then? And was that like quite a long period, or was it?
Well, it's songs.
It's all coming to me, kind of thing.
It's songs that I've had for some of the songs are really old. I've had them for years. There's 3 or 4 songs that Maria and I had recorded. In a lot of the album is made up from recordings from live radio shows.
Nice.
So there's sort of 2 or 3 songs where it's just me and an acoustic guitar. Others where I'm on an acoustic bass and Maria is on guitar. There's one that we did. We were asked to do a promo video for. I don't know how known they are outside of the Southwest, but the Lindo Guitar Company in Bristol.
Yeah.
Asked Maria and I to do a promo video for them of us playing their guitars, which we did as a sort of guitar duet sort of thing.
Nice.
So
Mark, just in case you don't know, Lindo, I know you like your acoustic guitars a lot. Lindo are awesome and like most beautiful acoustics I've ever played. I just can't afford them.
Right. We'll check them out.
they are better from the shop. I've seen some going for ridiculous prices on eBay, but anyway, that's by the by. But no, there's a video still out there if you search Steve Mercy Lindo on YouTube. There's a video of Maria and I playing there for a promo video for that.
Oh, that's awesome.
And she was an astonishing guitarist.
Oh, that's absolutely awesome. Guys, please go and check out Steve's Sketches album. Please do it.
Okay. We've got a question about that too. Shaleem asks, where can we get the Sketches album? He's not finding it through Google.
Only on my. I never put it out in the shops because it was a limited run. I sort of rushed it out. I was supporting the Tigertailz. No, I wasn't supporting Tigertailz. I was supporting Quireboys. I think it was the night before Christmas Eve at the Fleece. So I thought, well, that's a good opportunity to get my backside in gear and get the album out there. So I kind of rushed it through with various radio show recordings, ran into a studio, recorded another couple quick with just myself, again live recorded, just myself and an acoustic guitar, and then added Beautiful that I'd recorded at Steve Carey's studio, so that there was a more professionally produced sounding song on there. And then a band that I'd formed a band that accidentally happened. Maria and I were doing an acoustic gig in Keynsham, which is sort of in between Bristol and Bath, if you know your sort of English geography. Maria and I were doing an acoustic show, and a guy that runs the Keynsham Music Festival approached me and said, do you mind if me and my friend get up with you and have a bit of a jam on your last couple of songs? Which ended up Rick playing bass and his friend Gianni playing guitar, and those 2 songs ended up being we ended up playing for another 3 hours. They locked the doors, the pub had a lock in. So that there's these 4 people that had never played together before. You know this song? Roughly, what key? Try it in C? Yeah, okay. And just went for it. And it was one of those magical nights where we just created this noise for 3 hours, and it was superb. And people were saying, can we book the band? We're not a band. We just 4 people that jammed. We're not a band. You are now. Can we book you? And that was in a pub called The Ship. So we became the Shipmates.
Nice.
Nice. We never rehearsed. We ended up playing a Keynsham Music Festival and various other places, and we'd never rehearsed together. So Gianni and I started recording an album, and we got the first song done, and then unfortunately we lost Gianni in early part of 2018. Gianni died, so that sort of destroyed the band and any chance of future recordings. But it was a godsend that we got that recording of it. It's a song. It's the last song on the album. A song called Cloud Dancer, which I actually wrote in a band years and years ago, sort of nearly 30 years ago. I recorded it in an old band I was in called Mistreated. And then when I joined a gothic metal band in the Midlands that I did a couple of albums with, we started getting more successful. With that, I did 2 albums with them, a band called Abigail's Mercy, and the song Cloud Dancer we recorded again. And we ended up getting the video for that was on Scuzz and Kerrang, and then we started getting
that. I've seen that. I remember that was one of the first things you showed me of previous work when you joined the band.
Yeah. And we started getting in like Metal Hammer and Kerrang and Power Play and stuff like that. And then Gianni wanted to record a new version again. So it was a godsend that we recorded that, because as it ended up, it was the last guitar solo that Gianni ever recorded. And it kills me to listen to it now, because it's stunning. It's got that Pink Floyd Comfortably Numb kind of brilliance to it. I'm not saying this for you to go out and buy the album or whatever, you know. Just for Gianni's solo, if you want to hear that song, just message me and I'll email you an MP3, because his solo on that he's beautiful, and he just deserves to be heard.
Well, I'm going to jump in and I'm going to tell people to go buy the album. I think that's available on Facebook Shops. I think I saw. There is a link in the description of the show. So if you're on Facebook, look up. If you're on YouTube, look down. The link should be there. Now we're kind of running low on time, and we got 2 more songs that I'd like to get to that you've graciously recorded. So we usually will save the best till last, but we'll do the least best one last, which features Adam. But we'll do this one sometimes. Yeah, you didn't see that coming, did he? Didn't see that coming. Anyway, so a song called Sometimes. Did you want to introduce it, Steve?
Yeah, this was because a lot of my acoustic stuff is fairly bleak, because I come from a gothic background, like Sisters of Mercy, The Mission, The Cure, that Christian Death, bands like that. A lot of my songs are really bleak, so I thought it was about time I started writing some more upbeat kind of vibe stuff. So yeah, I wrote Sometimes a couple of years back. I wrote this one now.
Okay.
So this is Sometimes by Steve Mercy.
Here we go.
Put my hands into the water to see how strong the current might be. Swept away, I had to swim back to the shore to find life ain't always easy. We always seem to swim against the tide. Say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. We still wish for an easy ride. Sometimes wishes ain't enough. Sometimes things in life get tough. Sometimes I wish you'd set me free. Sometimes I wish you'd marry me. Truth is, in the end, you're still my love and my best friend. I wish the hands of time could rewind, and I could right mistakes I've made. But my mistakes have made me who I am today. I still wish they hadn't been made. I know that life ain't always easy. Always seem to swim against the tide. Say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. You still wish for an easy ride. Sometimes wishes ain't enough. Sometimes things in life get tough. Sometimes I wish you'd set me free. Sometimes I wish you'd marry me. Truth is, in the end, still my love and my best. The hands of fate are thrown together. Something the chains of time can't pull apart. Against the world, you and I together. Just like we were right from the start. Sometimes wishes ain't enough. Sometimes things in life get tough. Sometimes I wish you'd set me free. Sometimes I wish you'd marry me. Truth is, in the end, truth is, in the end, my friend, you're still my love and my best friend.
Oh, excellent. Thank you. We had some good response from the audience, actually. There was Doug Byrne saying it's an amazing song. Steve Lloyd says, sometimes is a great, easy listen, great song. Chris Lady here in Winnipeg says, Folk Festival would love you. And Shaleem replies, yes, the Winnipeg Folk Festival would love Steve Mercy. 100% agree. There you go.
Steve, unmute your mic, mate. Yeah. Unmute your mic.
There we go.
There you go.
There you go. Sorry. Yeah, definitely, guys. Yeah, book me. I'm happy to come and play there.
Yeah, no, awesome.
As long as it doesn't clash with Adam and the Hellcats tour dates, obviously.
Good answer.
What's happening with Adam and the Hellcats and their tour dates? What's that about?
Oh yeah. We've it's when you get that offer of do you want to come and audition for this band? Oh, by the way, we're doing this and this. It's just like, oh, okay. So we've had to sit on this for weeks and weeks, haven't we? Months.
Yeah. Oh, mate, I'm sorry. It's been hell. It's been hell, bro.
And it's sort of got to the stage where it's that long that you almost slip up talking to people because you forget that people don't know.
Yeah, innit?
And so, but yeah, it was announced yesterday we're going on tour with Cyteria. One of the dates of which is also supporting the Wild Hearts.
Yeah, that's both bands that will be supporting the Wild Hearts, by the way, in Cardiff on 3rd of September at the Tram Shed. I believe the cap on that venue is something like 1,500 people or something insane like that.
Yeah, it's going to be superb. The Wild Hearts have always been on my bucket list of bands to do a gig with. Cyteria I actually played with before at the Rock and Blues Festival I mentioned earlier when Steve Harris played. Cyteria were on the bill for that as well. Unfortunately, I'm fairly sure, if I remember correctly, that Cyteria went on stage on the main stage. I was on the acoustic stage. They went on stage about 10 minutes before the end of my set. So they went on stage. And everyone buggered off from where I was playing because you've got some hairy-arsed grebo from the Midlands or three women in leather. Sorry to call you I'm not calling you a woman, Pedro. So it's 3 women in leather. Obviously, that's gonna get the vote from a bunch of biker blokes in it. So
I mean, can we play them? Let's be fair. Can we? Honestly, with Steve being actually the only member of the band that's ever been on a proper tour before, like even I haven't, and I feel like we're in a much safer pair of hands with him in the crew, you know.
Oh no, I'm a complete reprobate.
I was trying to be nice, man. I'm not nice often.
That's true. Yeah.
Shut up, Mark.
See,
I'm definitely not nice to Mark.
Yes, because I don't deserve it. I'm always nice to you.
But no, this is going to be a very well organised tour compared to some I've done in the past. Because obviously with it only being myself and Tony, the Hellcats drummer that drives, it's going to be me and Tony that are going to be doing the driving. So I have to be a grown up and do a sober tour.
Oh,
whereas the first tour I ever did was 16 blokes on. I can't remember. It wasn't Oasis. It was like Kaiser Chiefs or somebody like that, whose tour bus we hired. So 16 blokes on a tour bus for a week. You can imagine the carnage that happened there. We actually asked the driver at the end of one of the guys in one of the bands at the end of the tour said to the driver, "You've probably had a really easy week, a bit this week, haven't you? Compared to like some of the like well-known name bands that you've had on here. If you've
Yep, we froze.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Gibbo. Where's he gone?
Okay, I think we lost him. Okay, you know what? While we're waiting for the connection to come back on again, we should.
He's back. He's back.
I'm still there.
Yeah, you froze completely. Tell that whole thing again.
No, how far did you get?
About what the guy in the other band asked the driver.
Yeah, we asked him if he'd had a fairly easy week, with us being just a bunch of blokes. So as far as we were concerned, we were being well behaved. And considering he had like the Libertines on this tour bus as well, the driver said, "This has been by far the worst tour. It has been my misfortune to be the driver of." It was kind of Motley Crue proportions.
Oh no! Oh mate,
So,
when Crew get brought into it as an example, you guys know you really annoyed him.
yeah, I'm not going to name any names, but the one night there was a bang on the door, and it was a young girl's father saying, "Is my daughter on this tour bus? I want her back now." He said, no, there's no, your daughter's not on here. And there's a voice from upstairs on the bus. Well, actually.
Oh, Christ. But yeah, no, I mean, the tour in August is going to be mad all the same, mate. I mean, firstly, what possessed me to get locked in a van with you lot for, better end of 3 weeks? But
because you invited us, it was your idea.
no, actually, the tour wasn't my idea. That was Dad and Andy. That was Dad and Andy's idea. I thought they were insane at first, if I'm honest.
No, it's an adventure.
Yeah, definitely, man. Mark, who should introduce this last song then? Because
I know. Well, we will disappoint the audience because we didn't save the best one till last. Okay, it's a great song. It's a great song. We actually featured it on the Invisible Song Club as one of my favourites. So you made me say it. I like that song. Anyhow, I don't know.
And it's the theme tune for another show on the Invisible Man Network.
It is. What's it called again?
It's called Welcome to the Madhouse.
Hey.
Adam, you just move your head.
Yeah. Just
written
bugger
behind
off
you.
We can see it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Oh, I can't reach. Oh, God, I've disappeared.
That looked like he fell off his chair then.
Oh, it's this virtual background thing, man. If I lean back far enough, I can literally...
there he goes.
God, I just lost my head.
Now we think we're going mad. There we go. All right.
Definitely.
Okay, so who's introducing it?
Gibbo, you do it.
Yeah, this is on my Steve Mercy interview. Adam said, "Oh, I know. Let's forget your songs and do one of mine." But no, this is actually going to be my first live performance with as a Hellcat. So it's Welcome to the Madhouse by Adam and the Hellcats.
Here we go. Make sure I got it lined up properly. Here we are.
And 1, 2, 3, 4. Straight jacket, can't hack it. This is my life's packet. Wishing I could run away, 'cause it's my own head leading me astray. Always feel like out to fight with shouting, screaming every night. And all I gotta look forward to is a real sharp needle and a big fuck you. Feels like you're tripping all the time, even when you think you're fine. This place is too damn old. All it does is take your soul. You'll lose your mind as I feed you. Welcome to the madhouse. You'll lose your mind as I feed you. Welcome to the madhouse. You'll think you're fine as I feed you. Welcome to the madhouse. You'll lose your mind as I feed you. Welcome to the madhouse. Feel like a statistic. What's the point of listening? Might be ill, but I still got a brain. Even though they keep trying to drive me insane. Politicians say there ain't enough money. They're sitting in one drinking tea and honey. Don't see what goes on in the madhouse. If they did, they wouldn't act like clowns. Feels like you're tripping all the time, even when you think you're fine. This place is too damn old. All it does is take your soul. You'll lose your mind. Welcome to the madhouse. You'll lose your mind you welcome to the madhouse. I bid you welcome to the madhouse. You won't like your stay in the madhouse, but you'll never be leaving the madhouse. I bid you welcome to the madhouse.
Well, that was great. Actually, I think I almost prefer that version, but I think the only thing I would make a change to is to make it a little bit better, get Kywin come in and sing along.
Gibbo, I talked to you about this at practice, but there is a potentially, I don't know the full details yet, but a special one-off little acoustic performance that's happening just after our show in Manchester on the tour. Not Manchester, sorry, Newcastle. Newcastle, yeah. My boy Stevie Stoker from awesome band called Twister. He runs an acoustic night at a little club just around the corner. And there's a couple of songs on the album that we can't really play on tour. One, because, well, it's like 10 minutes long and can't really be doing that in a support set. And the other one, House of Straw, one of the singles off the album, we've only ever done it as an acoustic song and it wouldn't be right in that kind of set. But we're going to go around there and just play a short acoustic hangout thing. I think it's just going to be me, Steve, Martin, and Kywin on that one. But it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Basically, look up the tour dates, come to our Newcastle show, and I'll let you know the location when you get there.
Excellent. Yeah, the
So
audience.
you buy one, you get one free.
I said you buy one, you get one free.
Well,
That's what I had to.
That's obviously, this is the because Adam was editing the videos. We filmed them last week, so there was no problem with the audio. That's obviously the first time I've seen that we recorded Madhouse tonight. As soon as it started, I thought, blimey, John McEnroe and Bjorn Borg have let themselves go, ain't they?
Yes,
Yeah, they decided
quite
on
a
a
lot.
career change, innit?
So Chris Lady in the says about the song "Strong," loving it, and about the Madhouse. He says, "Open the doors, I'm coming in." And Shaleem says, "Love the acoustic version of Welcome to the Madhouse, powerful in its own right."
Cheers, Shaleem.
And Doug Byrne says, "I'm going to read it as written. Twister our ace. Stevie is a great guy."
Cheers, Doug.
Oh,
Checks in the pub.
Shaleem has one more thing. What a terrific show. Lots of spontaneity, great stories, nice shifts by Ryan and Adam. Oh, okay, yeah. And Steve is a fine musician. John McEnroe.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Is that my mom?
That was Shaleem. Yeah. Well, Shaleem could be your mum for the day.
Oh, we're not even going down that road.
Maybe not.
We're not even going down that road.
Muttley's asking,
yeah.
is there a stream tomorrow? Yes, we are doing the Invisible Song Club tomorrow at the regular time. So it will be 2 p.m. Central, whatever time it is. I think it's 7 p.m. Oh, no, 8 p.m. Whatever the time is. Look it up. If you're in the UK and you're watching, look up 1 p.m. Central and see what time it is there. Because I don't know.
Yeah, that all got a bit confusing today, didn't it? Was
it got really confusing.
An hour late or...
There was that moment of dread whereas it just occurred to me, Steve's a little bit late joining us. I said, I'll just double check. And then I spoke with my mum last Sunday. The clocks didn't change. They changed for us anyway. And then the moment of dread, oh God, what are we going to do? Hey, so thanks everybody for sticking with us. And a big, because that didn't really affect you, Steve, at all, because we just stuck with the original arrangement. And so thanks very much. I think it worked out really well. It was a lot of fun and we got to do it again sometime.
No, thank you very much for asking me, mate.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, if you want to know... sorry, carry on, Adam.
Just a final word from me. Honestly, this guy's one of the best musicians I've ever worked with.
Well, thank you.
I know he... not you! I know he kind of plays it cool about his solo stuff, but just from even recording him for the videos for tonight, I saw how great those songs were. go and buy his album, please. Go and buy his album.
Cheers, dude.
I no, and honestly, like a fantastic addition to the band as well. Obviously, Steve joined after Claws Out was already recorded, but he will be on the second record, and he's already been writing some stuff towards it as well. So,
it's dirty. It's filth.
It's filth. It's filth, I say.
Nice.
Hey, but yeah,
This is a family show.
But you know, I was born and bred in the land of Judas Priest and Black Sabbath, so it's in the water, so it gets in your blood.
yeah, man.
There's got to be a dirty riff or two in there.
Definitely, mate. Definitely. Well, Mark, cheers for letting me come on and surprise my mate.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks for
Hey,
joining us.
It was no surprise.
Well, you knew I'd do something. Come on.
Yeah, of course I did.
But yeah, thank you, Invisible Man people, for having me. I'll see you on Wednesday for Welcome to the Madhouse. Should be announcing the guest hopefully tomorrow. I'm just waiting on a phone call on that front.
Yep.
Mark, you'll be back tomorrow night with the Invisible Song Club. Who's on that?
Invisible Song Club. Yeah, it's 3:30 p.m. Central. I got the time wrong. Okay, just.
But who's on that this week?
Oh, who's on that? We got the Northern Royals. It was my pick, and Gleam was Angela's. Both Canadian. Actually, Northern Royals are a Winnipeg band. So going local today.
Nice.
Going local tomorrow.
I've heard some of them. I quite like them. Honestly. So
they're
shout
really
out
good.
Northern Royals.
Okay, great.
Oh.
So thank you everybody for joining us. If you've liked the show, please give us a like, give us a thumbs up there. Please share it with your friends. Let everyone know what a great time that you've had. And don't forget, if you want to look for Steve, more information about Steve, we have some links in the description of this.
Yeah,
video. So,
Facebook Steve Mercy UK. And Shalem, if you drop me a message, or if you're in touch with Adam, drop him a message with an address, and I'll send you a copy of the CD for coming back with the fine line about Jasper Carrot.
Yeah, Gibbo, we'll sort that, mate. I speak to Shalem on the regular, so.
Indeed. Okay, I just thought of another Jasper Carrot bit about the nutter on the bus, but we'll do that later. Okay, thank you very much, everybody, for joining us. Thanks very much, Steve, for joining us, and for Adam for jumping in at the last minute. And we will catch you all a little bit later. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Cheers.
Oh,